What is up, ladies and gents of the YouTube world? How's everyone doing out there? Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, or wherever you are coming from today, welcome to my live stream. I'm happy to have you. Hey, Yaim. So, I've had a pretty busy day. Fridays, I work my half a day. I got out at 10 a.m. this morning, so it's super nice that my half a days happen to be on a Friday. I came home, cleaned the house, had to make a trip to the bank. I made a trip to CVS, went to get my hair cut, went to the car wash, and then around 5 o'clock I went out to dinner with my dad, and we met up with some of his friends at a restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant. They have pretty good food there. I elected to go with the veal parmesan, and it was delicious. It's kind of my go-to whenever I go to this place. They have really, really good Italian food. They also have good margarita pizzas. I was kind of torn tonight as to whether or not I wanted the margarita pizza or the veal parmesan, but I decided to go with the veal, and it did not disappoint. But anyways, it's very hot up here in New England. It still feels like 90 degrees even though it's 7:30 at night. So you best believe I have my air conditioners going right now. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day. It's been a busy day. Yeah, it was a good day. A busy day, but a good day. It went by quite fast, actually. But I got a lot of things done. I got things done that I needed to get done. It just happened to be one of those Fridays where like everything had to get done all at once. So typically I make much more YouTube content on Fridays. Like I'll do some YouTube shorts. I'll do a YouTube live like this. But this is like the first time today I've actually sat down to make any content because I had so many things going on. So next Friday should be much more quiet, unless I make plans. Am I black? Do I look black? But anyways, I'm kind of hoping we get a thunderstorm to kind of cool things down a little bit. Maybe get a little rainstorm. It's oppressively humid out there. This is more like Florida weather. But anyways, how is everyone doing out there? What is everyone up to this Friday evening? Do I? What's with that question anyways? Why would you ask me if I'm black? That's a really strange question to come in and ask. You're on your dirt bike now? I do not smoke the chronic. Nope. I obviously experimented with weed in my younger years, but it doesn't really jibe with my personality. But speaking of pot, the same thing happens at my work every single day. Usually early afternoon. I don't know if the smell is coming off of the trucks, but like my work will smell like pot early afternoon every day, and it's like really, really strong. But we do have a grow operation not far from my work, but like the level that it smells inside my work, it literally smells like someone smoking pot inside the company. But I know that's not the case. Yeah, Ryan, but the thing you gotta understand is like pot doesn't jibe with everybody, man. especially like the THC edibles. Um, it's definitely, they're not safe for everybody. Let's just leave it at that. I actually think we have too many pot dispensaries. It seems like they're around every corner. I had a really bad experience with edibles, actually. Um, so this was at least 8 years ago. I got a bag with 4 edibles inside, and so when I got the bag, I tried one edible, went to bed, woke up the next morning, didn't feel anything at all. About a week later, in my mind, knowing like one edible had no effect on me, I had 2 edibles. And then an hour goes by, still don't feel anything. So I took the third and last edible, and then within 20 to 30 minutes after I took the third edible, it all started kicking in, um, all at once. And so I went to my room to kind of like sleep it off, and I started feeling really, really, really weird. Um, so I go to my room. I use my phone to start like looking up like the effects of THC edibles. Um, Obviously, like I know like you can get high as fuck on them. But I'm trying to read about the THC edibles online, and I couldn't even read because like for every sentence there was like 5 sentences. So I was just stupid high. But anyways, I tried closing my eyes and sleeping it off, and whenever I would close my eyes, it felt like I was falling, and I would see like all these white dots coming at me, and it was such a strange sensation that I was just laying there in bed, and it got to the point to where like my body was completely paralyzed. I couldn't move. That's how high I was. I could not move my body. I felt paralyzed in bed, and this went on for I don't know how long. And I actually had the thought enter my mind, like, because all I could see was blackness and white specks coming at me. Um, I was just thinking to myself, is this what it's like to die? I literally thought that I was dying. Um, and then I reached a point to where I was finally able to like get out of that paralyzed state and get up from my bed. And I went downstairs, and my dad was in the living room, and he said I looked stiff as a board. And I guess I was just literally vomiting all over myself. So he drove me to the hospital. I continued to vomit the whole ride to the hospital. And I don't remember much of what happened after that because I was so out of it. Um, but I literally was admitted overnight at this hospital. And I guess my heart was like racing like crazy. So they had to give me a medication to slow my heart rate down. And they thought I might have damaged my heart from like the rapid heart rate and the anxiety that I was experiencing. That the following morning, they literally gave me an echocardiogram, and fortunately, everything came back great. My heart looked okay. Um, but after that nightmarish experience with edibles, I'll never touch them again. And the point of me telling you the story is edibles are not safe for everyone. I don't care what people say about it. This is my opinion, although I think it's factual. Just because edibles might work for you, they don't work for everyone. And some people can have really bad experiences with edibles. Um, I smoked pot like back in the day, and I didn't have any bad effects from that. Nothing like the edibles. So I will never, ever, ever touch edibles again in my life. It was a really, really scary experience. I'm gonna walk around my school. What are you doing over there, Yaim? So yeah, I can honestly say I've probably been higher than the average person. Are we gonna have any nice people enter the chat tonight? I keep getting losers coming in here. Hey, Jocelyn. Oh, nice. So yeah, it's safe to say that I will never, ever, ever have another weed edible in my life after that experience where I was admitted overnight at a hospital because of a weed edible. And they're really, really deceiving, especially the ones that I had. The edibles were really, really small. They didn't look like much, but boy, do they pack a punch. I just don't know why the first time I tried one, I took one edible, fell asleep, woke up the next morning, and there was literally no effects from the edible. Hey, boy, mate, what's good? Not much, man. Just kind of live streaming right now. Hoping some people come in here and we can have a good conversation. It's been kind of quiet tonight. These live streams are kind of like hit or miss. They're not consistently the same, obviously, because whenever I come on here, it's a different group of people. So I never really know what to expect. I'll probably be on here for about an hour tonight before I sign off. Bro, why is this chat so dead tonight? Where is everyone? Maybe everyone is out eating dinner. Maybe it's a bad time to stream. This is quieter than usual on a Friday night. Usually Friday night streams are pretty decent. I know I said I'd go an hour, but if this doesn't pick up, I will end it before 1 hour. Because I'm really not in the mood of having a conversation by myself for a whole hour. Where's everyone at tonight, huh? Where is everyone at? This is a quiet live stream. Kind of bored. There's going to be somebody interesting out there that wants to come in and talk. Oh, you're at the park? I thought you were walking around your school. Is your school close to the park? My school has a park. Hi, Paisley. What's going on, bro? No, I do not have kids. What about you? Hi, Massa. What's going on? What's everyone up to on this Friday evening, besides being in this live stream with me? Who's got plans? Anyone's got plans this weekend? What is gonna be my next YouTube short? I honestly have no idea. I usually do a couple on Fridays, but I just didn't have the time today. Massa, you came in normal and then you had to hit me with the 6-7, huh? Paisley, I remember you, I think. I've seen you in the live streams before. Nothing, hanging out with my sister. Why that shirt today? What are you talking about? Is there something wrong with my shirt? Off guard, I didn't ignore you. You asked me if I had kids and I said no, and then I asked you if you had kids and you never answered me. So, just smoking. Just chilling, smoking a cigar with my coffee latte. It's 7:30 a.m. here. 7:30 a.m. Huh? So where are you from? What country? Are you in like Asia somewhere? It's 5 a.m. for me. It looks like we have people from all over the place on here. Paisley, what about a dinosaur? Speaking of dinosaurs, I always wish that we had a real Jurassic Park. Now that would be cool. Nah, mate, here in the land down under. Ah, Australia, huh? We have an Australian in here? Same here, Paisley, 7:43 p.m. Yeah, you got it, man. Christmas lights. I don't know. I kind of like them. They dress up the place a little bit. I think if I would have put the colored lights up, it would have been a little much, but I think the white lights are okay. No, I am not married. I love dinosaurs too, man. I wish there was a real Jurassic Park. I read a story a long time ago that they're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. I am 40 years old. I like your eyes. Thank you. I'm surprised you can even see him well. It's kind of dark in my room. I mean, I do have my ring light on me, but still, it's still kind of dark. But that's how I like it. I don't like overly bright rooms. I like it kind of dark. It's a more relaxing atmosphere. Yeah, the woolly mammoth is a real thing. I watched a documentary as well. They're going to use woolly mouse. Crazy, how far sight? Yeah, but they were saying that it's actually quite possible to bring back the woolly mammoth. I know it sounds crazy, but I think they're really trying to do it. Man, you're a big deal. I don't think so. I'm just a person. Do I play Roblox? Not really. Because they found a full mammoth preserved in ice. The only question is, if they brought back the woolly mammoth, they need the right environment for it to thrive. So I don't know where they'd keep it. But can you imagine, like, a real Jurassic Park? Okay, guys, if there was a real Jurassic Park, how much money would you be willing to spend to enter the park and see the dinosaurs? I'd do $1,000. Yeah, the woolly mammoth isn't going to be in Africa, that's for sure. I can almost always tell when they don't use real dinosaurs in movies. Yeah, true, but you have to admit, the original Jurassic Park, when that came out in the mid-90s, they did a really, really good job with the dinosaurs, considering it was the mid-90s. Yeah, there was a debate on the radio. I think it was actually 98.5, the Sports Hub. Up here in New England, we have two major sports channels on the radio, and one of them is 98.5, the Sports Hub. And they were debating what the better of the two movies were, Jaws or Jurassic Park. And there were more people picking Jaws over Jurassic Park. I have not watched Rebirth, no. I feel like the Jurassic Parks were good, but once they started doing the Jurassic Worlds, I started to not like them. Like, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 were pretty good, but I didn't like the worlds all that much. But guys, yeah, if there was a real Jurassic Park, how much money would you be willing to spend to enter the park, to see the dinosaurs? What would be the max amount of money you would be willing to spend to get into the park? For me personally, I'd go up to 1,000. You would do $500? I don't know, man. I would go up to 1,000. I would just I would use my tax return money. But I think if a place like that existed, I think it would be so hard to get into, because, like, I think it would create such an interest. There would be mobs of people trying to get in. If it was cool dinos, like, yeah, you look like Home Alone Lost in New York. That's one of my favorite movies. I like Home Alone 1 more than 2 because it's the original. You know, it's the original idea. But those two movies were great. I watch them every year in December. It's like a must every year. I'm not spending $1,000 just to get eaten by a dinosaur. That would inevitably escape. Bro, I'd pay 1,000. That's a risk that I'd be willing to take. Jurassic Park 3 gets hate for no reason. I think Jurassic Park 3 was good. Wasn't Jurassic Park 2, that was the one with, they had like quite a bit of velociraptors in it. That's the dinosaur that would scare me the most, the velociraptors, because of their high intelligence. At least with the T-Rex, as long as you don't move, it's not going to really see you because it only detects movements. But velociraptors, the way they hunt in packs, like there's no getting away from them. Jurassic Park 2 introduced T-Rex couples. Where did I go to school? I didn't go to one specific school. I need to count them up in my head. I went to kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to 6 different schools. Jurassic Park 1 was my favorite because he got ate on the toilet. Yeah, that was a good scene. But I was surprised on 98.5 The Sports Hub when there was more people picking Jaws as the better movie over Jurassic Park. I mean, Jaws is a good movie too, but he did. I hope he got to wipe first. I heard real velociraptors were the size of turkeys. If you had thick boots and a walking stick, you would be fine. The D-Rex is the most scariest dinosaur. Thoughts on the Meg? What's the Meg? D-Rex gotta be the lamest. I feel like paleontologists don't really get that much work because like it's very rare to find any fossils left over because obviously like dinosaurs existed so many years ago that most of the fossils basically just turned into dust. There's virtually no preserved fossils anymore. Rebirth introduced a pretty big T-Rex, which was nice, but it was stupid. River chase scene. Yeah, see, I don't think I watched Rebirth. Like I said, all the Jurassic Parks were good, but I think where the series really fell off is when they started naming them Jurassic World. That's when the series really took a dip. Anyone in the chat, please like and subscribe. Find it in your heart. I would really appreciate it. Rebirth has a stupid narrative. Getting different dino DNA to cure cancer or some shit. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. I remember there was also, oh yeah. I don't know if you guys remember Land of the Lost, but it was a TV series. It was called Land of the Lost. I used to watch that too. That show was pretty good. All right, Yaim, enjoy riding your dirt bike. Have fun. You remember Land of the Lost? Yeah, man. I love that show. That's like back in the day. I think I was like 10 years old when I used to watch that. I never saw the movie. I never saw the movie. And then there was another dinosaur TV series. I think it was literally called Dinosaurs. Oh yeah, it's this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you remember this show here? Hang on. Do you remember this show? Dinosaurs. I used to watch this on TV too. Look at that. That was the baby dinosaur there. But that was actually a pretty good show too. Oh, your dad watched that show? Yeah, it was called Dinosaurs. It was from 1991. Yeah, it was pretty funny though. Yep. I make YouTube shorts. Nice, Paisley. Yeah, the baby was kind of funny. I watched more of the late 2000 stuffs. Yeah. Well, I was born in 1985, so I was a 90s kid growing up. I liked Alf as well in the Crypt Keeper. Yeah. Yeah, that show is like way back in the day. My all-time favorite show is Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't remember that one. I love animals. What is your favorite animals and do you have any pets? I have so many DVDs. Me too. Like I have physical DVDs of like my favorite movies and some of my favorite TV shows. It's nice to have them there in my entertainment center, so whenever I want to watch them, they're there. Because the problem with like these streaming services, like okay, for instance, Netflix, there might be shows that you want to watch on there, but then like basically like you'll see like some of the shows will say like leaving soon. So like my biggest fear is like being halfway through a TV series and then they just take it off. Okay, Paisley. Hey, Lemons. Netflix doesn't have too much stuff, but they do have some good shows on there. I think Ozark is probably the best show on Netflix with Jason Bateman. I think Jason Bateman was masterful on that show. He acted and produced Ozark. Brilliant, brilliant guy. You were born in 1985 and I was born in 2010. You're making me feel old. So you're 16, huh? I'm telling you, like, I truly believe, and I've told my friends this, that the 90s were the last great decade. After that, everything changed. 9/11 happened in 2001. The iPhone came out in 2007, and then before you know it, like everyone has a smartphone. Yeah, everything changed after 2000. One eye open. How dare you? It's a classic one. Google it, you'll remember it. My first phone was a Sony. Oh yeah? Hang on. Courage the. All right. I'll Google it. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now that I'm seeing pictures of Courage the Cowardly Dog, it does ring a bell now. It does look familiar. My dad really likes Sony. I have Samsung Galaxy phone. I feel like nowadays, I know this obviously isn't the case for everyone, but I feel like you either love Samsung or you love iPhone. All right, enjoy. Enjoy playing games with your family. Thanks for being on the live stream. Hope to see you again. I stream 3 to 4 times a week. My first phone was a Nokia. I was 19 years old when I got my first cell phone. I've been in the Apple ecosystem for a while, so I'm kind of like, I guess I'm an Apple guy. Back then, we didn't get new stuff. If my dad bought a new phone, his old phone would come to me. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm sure you weren't thrilled with it. You know, you kind of want your own phone, right? You want a new phone. I've had my current phone for 3 years. I'm still rolling with the iPhone 14 Pro, but I'm thinking within the next year I want to get a new iPhone. Not because this phone isn't good enough, but as you know, once you get to like 3 or 4 years, the battery capacity really starts to dip. And since it's Apple, you can't just change the battery up. Back then, yeah. So yeah, I mean, now I can do what I want, but it was so simple back then. Everything was simpler back then. I'm rocking the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. It's so good. Nice. I wasn't even aware that Sony like still made phones. Interesting. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but like I have trouble getting excited for anything anymore. I don't know if it's just part of being an adult where you've experienced a lot of things and not many things are new to you anymore. So like things like kind of lose that edge for me. Sony makes enthusiastic phones. They make cameras based on their actual cameras. That's really cool. So maybe their camera phones are better than Apple's. No, dude, life is just more dull now. Yeah, I just don't get excited for shit anymore. I mean, I still enjoy my weekends because it's time away from work, but I don't even really go out much anymore, to be honest with you. I'm either like working, I'll occasionally go out with people, but I'm either working or I'm at home making YouTube videos. Like a lot of things just don't seem worth it anymore. I'm not an introvert, but I really like to spend time alone now. Yeah, maybe it's just a part of getting older. I am an introvert. So, you know, even if I am out socializing, I get to this point to where I want to escape and just spend time by myself to recharge. And it's like the same thing with these live streams. I like coming on to do them and talking with you guys. But then I get to the point during every live stream where I've had enough and I kind of just want to like get back to spending time by myself. Like once I end this, I might go game for a little while. And it's just like, I don't know, like even on YouTube, if you watch like older videos, like I was watching What You Gonna Play? I'll get to that in a moment. But I just remember like when I was younger, I would be out and like because people didn't have smartphones, like they would always be looking up like this, right? And people would make eye contact, and occasionally you would strike up a conversation with a stranger, which can still happen these days. I'm not saying that nobody talks or wants to have a conversation, but it used to be more prominent back in the day. And I was watching videos of malls like 20 years ago when no one had a smartphone, and it was just so odd to see people walking around looking straight ahead instead of looking down like this at their phones. And people were like in more tune with they were more in tune with their environment and what was going on around them. And now people are just looking down at their phones while they're out walking, and they're so disconnected with what's going on around them. And even I'm guilty of that sometimes, but I miss the way things used to be. 2018 YouTube was super fun. What am I going to play? I might play, I've been wanting to play some more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I don't know if you're familiar with that game, but it's a pretty cool game. I can only play it in small spurts. Like I'll play it for like 30 minutes at a time. The game can be overwhelming because like you can fly anywhere in the world. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. My only gripe with Microsoft Flight Simulator versus Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 relies more on the cloud. So because it's more cloud-based, I don't think it runs as smooth as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which would take up more space on your console, but it wasn't cloud-based. But the graphics on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 are incredible. Play Detroit, Become Human. It's super fun. It's a pick your own story type of a game. Oh, nice. I'm familiar with Flight Sim, but never played it. Like, the way I play Flight Simulator is like, I kind of like check out different spots around the world. I don't really ever pick a place to fly and then just fly in that one spot for an hour because it can get boring. But I like to fly like different spots of the world to see what different areas look like. It's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna get Madden 27 when it comes out. I know it's probably not gonna be much different from Madden 26. It doesn't differ much from year to year. But it's the only football game that releases, and I like to have the most updated version. Outside of that, the only other new game that I'm going to be buying is GTA 6 in November when it's released. And then outside of that, I probably won't buy any new games for a while. Have you played War of Warships or Anno? No, I have not. I have flown over my house on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I live in a very, very small town, and so like it's not very exciting to fly over. But I would say like South America, New Zealand, parts of Nevada are like really cool to fly over. Egypt. I'm saving up for a PC for GTA 6 specifically. So I would imagine, so yeah, GTA 6 is going to release on PS5 and Xbox Series X November 19th of this year. And I would imagine that it'll take about a year for it to come to PC. I'm so excited for it though. I'm really looking forward to it. Whenever a new game like that comes out, I really like to test the system to see what I can get away with. Yeah, GTA 6 is going to be pretty hype. I kind of want to play, like, when I play GTA 6, like, obviously, like, as far as the story goes, I'm gonna play through the story. but I'm gonna take my sweet time with the story. Like it might take me a year to play through the whole story because I want to roam around the world and see what the map is about. But I was wondering, um, like one of the things I want to do, like I don't know how it's gonna work out because I don't know how the system's gonna be. Um, but I want to play like a Dexter character. So if I'm like out and I see somebody like misbehaving or somebody acting like a piece of shit, I'm gonna like restrain them. Hopefully, I can throw them in the trunk of a car, drive them to the Everglades, and feed them to the alligators. Like I want to test out the system like that to see what I can do. Red Dead 2 was already insane. Yeah, it was. Saying the delays got me very interested. All the AI they're adding, I want to test that. Yeah. So like, the thing I'm probably um, less excited about is the story. I'm more excited to explore the map and see what I can actually get away with on the game. Hopefully these new generation of Rockstars ain't ruining GTA 6. We've been waiting for too long for this. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't think it's going to be a flop. I think they're going to take a lot of things that worked well on Red Dead Redemption 2. Like animal behavior in Red Dead 2 was way better than Grand Theft Auto 5. And then also a big step up were the NPCs on Red Dead 2. Think about how much better the NPCs were on Red Dead 2 versus GTA 5. It was only a 5-year distance, but they were worlds apart. And not only were the NPCs in Red Dead 2 way more advanced, but you could interact with them. So I'd imagine they're going to take that level of interaction and transfer it to GTA 6, but it's going to be much better. GTA 6 definitely going to be the most monetized game of all time. Do you know that it's estimated, this isn't like factual, but it's estimated that Rockstar has made $250 million so far just on the pre-orders? NPCs in Red Dead 2 literally have lives. They worked, ate, and slept. And that's what I'm saying. Like, think about that, okay? Like, GTA 5 came out in 2013. Red Dead 2 came out in 2018. And just think, in that 5-year period, how much Rockstar evolved as a company. So that's why I'm saying, like, the NPCs in GTA 6, it's going to be even a bigger jump. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm like excited to visit the Everglades. I noticed in one of the trailers, I think it was the first GTA 6 trailer, they have fan boats that you can ride in the Everglades. So that's going to be interesting to go like alligator hunting. Imagine doing that at nighttime in the game. That would be freaky. I'm excited to explore the mountainous region of the map, which is probably going to be like Georgia a little bit. I've been playing the previous GTA games and they hold up pretty good. Yeah, but like, honestly, I think GTA 5's world seems kind of dead compared with Red Dead 2 as far as the NPCs are concerned. Yes, hunting is supposed to be a big part of the game. Yeah, I feel like maybe a lot of people are excited about Vice City. I'm excited to go up and like do some hunting up in the mountains. Wish to, man, but these new woke employees, man, they're ruining a lot of games. Yeah. Yep. But Rockstar just has stupid money they can put into these games, like monies that no other companies can even come close to. Like if you look at the marketing of GTA 6, they haven't given away a lot of information because like if you think about it, right, like the purpose of marketing is to get people talking about a specific thing. But all Rockstar has done is release 2 trailers and a little bit of information on the game, and people are talking about it nonstop. So it's like they haven't really had to do much marketing on the game at all. Hi, Paisley. And like 6 months ago, honestly, I wasn't even excited for GTA 6 because it still felt like a ways off. But now that we're a little over 3 months away from the release date, I'm really starting to get excited over it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. There's this one YouTuber, and he's doing like 30-minute videos on each section of the map, talking about what each like area is going to be like, and he does a really good job on it. I mean, cops actually start investigations instead of mindless chasing in GTA 5. Got me so hyped. Yeah, the thing is, I hope in GTA 6, okay, like, in all the GTAs up to this point, like, if you commit a crime, the cops are on you like white on rice. Like, they know what vehicle you're driving, they know what you look like, and all that. I hope on GTA 6, if you commit a crime, unless the cop knows what you look like and what car you're driving, they shouldn't be on you right away. They should have to investigate before they find out like who you are, to be more realistic. So I'm hoping like the police are much more intelligent in the game, or at least the way they respond to crime is more realistic. I wonder what the stock market's going to be like in the game. That's going to be insane. And it's releasing on November 19th, which is like the perfect time to release a game like that. It's like a week before Thanksgiving, and like that's the time of the year where people are kind of like indoors. Things are slowing down. That's like the perfect game to be able to play through the winter time. Paisley, I keep falling asleep. Oh, you must be tired. They hinted about media, so NPCs are going to record you doing crimes. Holy shit, dude. If that's the case, that's pretty freaking awesome. So then, on the flip side, could you record people committing a crime? Like, if you see someone robbing a store, can you record it? And then get them in trouble? Bro, I'll be tripping if that happens, man. That'll be insane. I actually think this game's going to exceed expectations. I also heard they have like the water physics in this Grand Theft Auto is going to be like unlike anything we've ever experienced when it comes to water. Supposedly, Rockstar hired 20 engineers just to work on the water physics. Yeah, I stayed up until 2 something in the morning. Damn. No wonder why you're tired. Yes, media presence is a huge part of the game. You know what would be cool is like, you can take your cell phone out, record video, and then like post it to your social media within the game. That would be pretty cool. And like you can literally get like views on your social media accounts within the game. And just imagine, right? Just imagine like how many updates this game is going to have, how many patches it's going to have. I heard that about the weather because it's Florida. Tornadoes are a must. Like, it's funny you mentioned that. Like, I've always wanted a damn game that could get tornadoes right. But I think it's really hard for companies to produce tornadoes organically in a game. I thought Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 was going to have a tornado because I saw it in one of the screenshots before it was released. But they actually don't happen organically within the Microsoft Flight Simulator. It only happens during a specific part of the training. So I don't know if water spouts are going to be in the game, but I sure hope GTA 6 has water spouts, because if it does, I'm going to lose my mind. And this is the way I work. If GTA 6 has water spouts, you best believe I'm going to grab a boat and try to ride into it to see what happens. Do you know what Avatar Fire and Ashes? No, I do not. GTA 6 supposedly took over $1 billion to make and over 1,000 employees. I believe it. Ultimate Goomer, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. But bro, like, if GTA 6 has water spouts, can you imagine like a water spout developing organically in the ocean, right? Like say you're at the beach in Vice City and you see a storm rolling in and you see a water spout drop, right? And then it makes its way to land, and then it turns from a water spout into a tornado. Um, I know that's probably not going to happen, but that would just blow my mind. Yeah, GTA is going to be fire, bro. And like, since like the release date is getting closer and closer and closer, I'm getting more excited. I don't know if you guys heard this, but there's going to be an extended look at GTA 6 on Netflix. I believe August 27th at 3 p.m. I think it's going to be about 30 minutes long. And I think the Netflix is going to have the exclusivity for about 6 hours. And then at 9 p.m., that same extended look will be released to YouTube. But people that have Netflix will see it before anyone else. An autistic kid actually released the entire script of the game and he got jailed and now is in a mental hospital. I did hear about that, but why is he in a mental hospital? Is he crazy on top of having autism? Or did the fact that he had autism being in prison make him crazy? Because for an autistic person to be in prison, I think that would be a little too much. Because with autism comes like heightened sensitivity to surroundings. Rockstar actually gave a cancer patient GTA 6 early because they weren't going to make it till it was released. I saw that. That's fucking awesome, man. That is awesome. So yeah, like I am not buying any open world games until GTA 6 comes out because I don't see any point. Because once GTA 6 comes out, like, I'm not really going to be playing much other games for a while. Nah, because he said, I'm going to keep doing this, so they keep him locked up. Holy shit. Bro, so he brought it on himself, honestly. You know what I mean? It's nobody's fault but his own. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's also not funny. I actually like the way Rockstar has gone about this. I don't want to know everything about the game. I want a little bit of mystery going into it. Give me a break. I don't throw the F word around too much. I'm human. He actually snuck a phone in the jail and posted on Reddit about how he got his GTA 6 is not going to be delayed, bro. No more delays. Don't speak that into existence. We've had enough delays. We deserve this to finally be released in November. And think about it too, like I was saying earlier, like November is like a perfect time to release a game like this. And anyone that doesn't have like an Xbox or a PS5, you best believe they're going to get a console just to play this game. And GTA 6 got delayed. I think people will drop the hype. Yeah. Yeah, there's not going to be any more delays. No. I think the game's been done for the last year, and I think they've spent the last year polishing it so it doesn't have the same launch issues that Cyberpunk had. But I also didn't have a lot of the problems that people were complaining about with Cyberpunk because I was playing mine on the Xbox Series X and it ran just fine. I think it was the people that were trying to play it like on the PS4. Consoles are expensive. Did you guys realize this? Usually when consoles come out over time, as they make like the Slims, like usually the price goes down. This generation is the opposite. They keep going up in price. It just goes to show you how crazy the world is now. I paid $4.99 for my Xbox Series X in 2020. I got it the day it was released. And now it's basically double the price, or almost double the price. Yeah, if it got delayed, I'm not gonna lie, even though it's a video game, I would be severely depressed. I heard Netflix paid a lot of money to show us the trailer of GTA 6 after official Rockstar released it on their socials. Even pre-release 30 gaining. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I thought it was interesting they're doing the extended look at GTA 6 on Netflix. It's kind of a strange partnership. PS6 is almost 6 years old now. Interesting story. Back in 2020, when pre-orders started for PS5 and Xbox Series X, I remember that specific day. I had asked my friend, like he has more flexibility at his work during the day to be able to go online. And so like I asked him, I'm like, dude, if you can secure me an Xbox Series X, I will give you the money and a little bit extra for your time. And while I was at work, like he literally tried all day to get an Xbox Series X and he couldn't do it. And I remember when I got out of work at 4:30 p.m. that afternoon, I went to my car, I went on the Best Buy website, and I clicked on the Xbox Series X. But whenever I would click on the Xbox Series X, it would go into the cart and then it would disappear. I would click on the Xbox Series X, it would go into the cart and then it would disappear. And then after about 10 times of trying this, the Xbox finally stayed in the cart. But I didn't have my payment information in my Best Buy account, so I literally had to take my card out and put the number in. So I put all that information in, and then I clicked purchase. I paid for it, and then I remember when I got the confirmation number, I was so relieved because like right then and there, like I knew I was getting this Xbox Series X on the day that it's going to be released. So I was very fortunate, but I remember like it was really, really hard to get your hands on an Xbox or a PS5 back in 2020. Yes, it did. It released at the very, very end of the PS3 life cycle. Yeah, scalpers do suck. But I remember my friend was like, dude, how did you get an Xbox Series X? He's like, I've been trying all day for you. I'm like, I guess I just got lucky. Yeah, bro, I was so happy. I've had my air conditioning going in my room for like an hour now, but it's still hot. It's still very hot in my room. Whoa. Man. Part of the problem is I live up on the 3rd floor, and so it gets like this part of the house gets the hottest because you have the sun beating on the roof all day, and the heat just stays trapped up here. So when I put the air conditioner on, it doesn't cool down right away. It takes quite a while. Imagine buying a $500 console for $800. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember the year. So I bought the Xbox Series X in 2020. I think it was either 2022 or 2023. On Black Friday, I remember the Xbox Series X was $399. It was $100 off. I wish I would have bought a second one, but I didn't. Dude, I'm too poor to afford a decent PC, but imagine what kind of weird and cool mods PC users would be enjoying. Yeah? Yep. Don't you have to be careful with like modding? I think there was some guy that was modding like Nintendo games, and he ended up getting put in prison, and he has to pay back Nintendo like hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's insane. Yep. Yeah, you can't mess with Nintendo. They're very, very strict. Nintendo's very strict. There was a guy who had a Nintendo Switch, and I guess he was trying to do something to the game, and Nintendo like literally disabled his Nintendo Switch, and he could no longer use it. Yeah, if you sell mods, you get fined and potentially jailed. Okay, so you can make mods, but you can't sell them. Is that what it is? Bro, I don't even think I would make mods, man. I wouldn't even take the risk. Nintendo will actually kill a person whose name is Mario. They are the greediest of people. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't mess around, man. They're gangsta. You can sell mods, but it depends on the game. That's what I'm saying, though. It's risky, though. It's risky. It is risky. And like, I think I was reading too, like, they were saying Nintendo could literally garnish this guy's wages, like, meaning, like, if he wasn't making payments, they could literally take money out of his paycheck. Like, his life is basically over. Hi, Sebastian. I do remember you. I do. You've been in my streams a few times. The guy you're referring to jailbreak Nintendo, is that what he was doing? So it wasn't mods, he was jailbreaking Nintendo consoles. That's crazy. Hi, Sebastian. He has to pay like $1 million till he dies. Dude. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hi, Olivia. I bet he regrets doing that now. And if he was, I wonder if he was selling the jailbroken Nintendo consoles. What's going on, Olivia? Yeah, his life is completely ruined. And for what? It's literally so dumb, the things people do. I do have a Nintendo Switch OLED. I do like it. I like the flexibility of playing it virtually anywhere. I don't typically play it docked at all. I 99% of the time I play in handheld mode. He was selling, it was his job, and 2 people were doing it. Yeah, and so whatever money he made on that is completely lost. I mean, he owes $1 million to Nintendo. Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem worth it to me. But I think Nintendo came down so hard on him to make an example out of him, so no one else will dare to do the same thing. Paisley, why is your phone cracked? Did you drop it? Hey, YT Jack, welcome. Please like my live stream, guys, and subscribe. Nintendo doesn't care about consumers, neither does Xbox, neither does Sony. Oh, wow. Paisley, you gotta get one of those screen protectors on your phone, man. What's up, YT? Hey, hey, hey. The price on the Nintendo Switch 2 were crazy, but people bought it. I didn't really have any desire to go out and buy the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm perfectly happy with my Switch OLED. I don't play Nintendo for like great graphics. I play it for the flexibility of having like the handheld. If I want to play a game with like good graphics, like I'll boot up my Xbox Series X. And plus too, it's like the Nintendo Switch 2 did not come with an OLED screen. Steam Deck is super fun. My cousin has it. I've never used a Steam Deck. I like my Series X. It runs so quiet. I opened up my Series X maybe like 2 months ago. I took the back panel off of it, which is like super easy. There's only 2 screws holding it in. And then I took the fan out, which is like 1 screw. And then I can actually show you. So this gun here I bought on Amazon, and it's an electric duster. So I opened up my Xbox Series X and I used this on the inside of it, and I was actually surprised. My Series X is 6 years old, and when I opened it up, there was very little dust in there. The only dust that it really had was on the heat sink portion of it. So I took this and I kind of just dusted it out. It's pretty good. It's very powerful. I spent 40 bucks on it, got it off of Amazon. But this is really good for electronics if you get one of these. It's Wolfbox is the brand. It's really, really good. I even use it around the house as a duster. It's very powerful. I like it. But if you have like any video game consoles or like computers, you can open up the you can open them up and use this to get the dust out. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, this is a Wolfbox, and it was only 40 bucks. It comes with a cord, and you just plug it in to charge it. It's really good though. Yeah, YT Jack, I did see that. I looked at your post. Your dad's car, your dad's car caught fire, huh? That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, I would if you have a computer or gaming consoles, I would definitely recommend investing in one of these. It's so worth it. Air is just so good for cleaning, yeah. And I like this more of like the disposable ones because like you can have this for a while. You don't have to keep buying it. I use compressed air, yep. But I like this because it's really small and you can get into small spaces with it. And it also comes with like 5 or 6 different tips you can put on the end of it. Like this is one tip, but it has multiple tips. So I don't think it's bad for 40 bucks, but it's surprisingly pretty heavy for the size. It's got some weight to it. Yup. It's a pretty good fan too if you're feeling hot. How long is the battery? It lasts a surprisingly long amount of time. I mean, on a full charge, I mean, you can get a lot out of it. And I'm sure like over time, like over the years, like with anything else, the battery capacity wanes over time. But overall, it's not bad. That feels so good. Bro, I definitely recommend it. But I don't know how the other ones are, but I would definitely recommend the Wolfbox. It's WOLF, Wolfbox, BOX, Wolfbox. That's the one I'd get. Yeah? Yeah, you can see the fan inside. See the fan? Yep. It's powerful, man. I scared the shit out of my dad one afternoon. He was taking a nap on the couch, and I just went up to him with that, and I blew his hair, and he woke up and he was startled. I think it was the sound of it. Yeah, me and my dad live in the same house, so I mess with him sometimes. About 3 weeks ago, I bought some frog at the store, like literally like a package of like 2 whole frogs. And he was taking a nap on the couch, and I took the package of frogs and I put it on his stomach. And then he woke up and he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, I'm like, "Dad, it's frogs." And he was all grossed out. Did he try any of the Spider-Man games? No, I never really got into Spider-Man. So like, honestly, like frog tastes just like chicken. The only part you really want to eat is the legs. So you got to skin it, cut off the legs, and then you basically just deep fry it. And I had it with sticky rice, and it literally just tasted like chicken. I mean, you got to season it up and everything, but it was like one of those things where I just wanted to experience having frog. Something different. You got to live a little bit, right? Have you played City Skylines? It's one of the GameWare mods. No, I have not. I haven't played a lot of things, honestly. Would you guys try eating frog? But seriously, it does taste just like chicken. I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it again, but it wasn't terrible. I will get 4.6 thousand US dollars on my birthday. Why 4.6? That's kind of a weird number. I tried camel once. They are pretty good. For real? I saw, like, on YouTube, I saw like this market in like freaking Egypt somewhere, and it was like a market where you could buy like exotic animals, and like I remember like they were selling camel's head. They just had like a camel's head like hanging from like a vendor. Huh. I would have never guessed. And while we're still talking about camels, if you go on Amazon, they actually sell camel's milk, and it's made by a company called Desert Farms. It's actually called Desert Farms, the company that produces it, but it's like super expensive. For 6 little bottles of camel milk, it's like $60. But I didn't even know camels made milk. Like what? Like what is that? Wait, are those PC and computers and Amazon fake? What do you mean? My grandma says camel milk is one of the best milk. Man, I think like I would not pay the $60 to try it, but if I were to able to try it for free, I'd try it. I suppose it wouldn't be so bad if you had it with like Captain Crunch or something, right? Have it with like a cereal that'll like sweeten it up a little bit. Like if I had to try camel milk, I would have it with like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Or maybe like Golden Grams. You have to try goat. I haven't had any opportunities to try goat. It's a building city type of a game. I watch players on YouTube play it. It's therapeutic. We'll give it a try, man. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. City Skylines. Yeah, I'll look it up. Hi, Sebastian. What are you up to, man? Me either. I've never had venison. It's like, I feel like if you don't know somebody that hunts, it's kind of hard to like have venison available to you. Because anyone that I've known that's had venison, like they have a friend that hunts deer. Where do you buy Microsoft Flight Simulator 2026? We don't even have a Flight Simulator 2026. The last Flight Simulator to come out was 2024. It's a dope game though. The graphics are really, really good. Yeah, we don't have... Because there was like a 4 years between the last two Microsoft Flight Simulators. They had one that came out in 2020, and then the last one came out in 2024. They wouldn't be able to make a new one in 2 years. It's too big of a game. But 2024 is good. You should play War Thunder. I'm honestly like, I'm not trying to play like any new games right now because I'm trying to like give it a break until GTA 6 comes out. Um, okay, pilot, when's the next flight? I don't know. I was thinking about playing tonight. I don't. We'll see how it goes. I think it was last week. I did a live stream on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I took off from Mount Washington. I took off from Mount Washington Hotel. There's like a big parking lot there. I took off from the Mount Washington Hotel. I flew to the top of Mount Washington and I landed the plane on there. That was my last live stream on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I actually landed a plane on the top of Mount Washington. If you're not familiar with Mount Washington, it's located in New Hampshire. GTA 6 probably gonna have a little bit of everything, yeah. But I hope like you can have like you can do like really cool things like own your own business. So you can have like side hustles. I actually did do that one time before. I landed a plane at the base of Mount Everest and I hiked up to the top. I have done that. And the view up top is pretty sick. Yep. Yeah, I bet the flying is going to be pretty good too in GTA 6. Actually, you know what mountain I would like to try out next is have you heard of K2? It's like 100 times harder to climb than Mount Everest. It's the hardest mountain to climb. K2. Do I think there are aliens? I guess like I would have to say I'm agnostic. I haven't seen any evidence that says there's not, and I haven't had any evidence that says there is. So I guess I'm kind of agnostic to it. I'm open-minded. K2 is like near Pakistan. Yeah, I think I want to visit K2 on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. K2 is surrounded by peaks. Yeah, it's much more difficult to climb than Everest. I think Everest is much more commercialized. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing this evening? But I mean, bro, like when GTA 6 comes out, like let's be honest, we're not playing any other games for a while. I think I answered the question on aliens. I said that I'm agnostic to it. I don't disbelieve in them and I don't believe in them. I'm kind of like in the middle. But like there are people out there that have like they have these crazy stories about like how they were abducted by aliens. And the aliens would ask them a couple of questions and then basically just release them back down to Earth. It's crazy. Nice to hear, Chloe. What are you up to this evening, Chloe? Any weekend plans? Yeah, I don't worship aliens. My favorite alien movie was I like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Like the alien pods actually came out from the ground. Good movie. I think it came out in 2005. That was a good movie. War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Yeah, that was a good movie. I love that movie. I think that's my favorite alien movie besides Alien. Yeah, I love that. I love that movie. I remember at the time, like in 2005 when that came out, I remember I had just got out of high school and I was working part-time at a grocery store. And I remember like me and my friends that worked at the specific grocery store decided to go watch War of the Worlds together at the movie theater. And I remember going to watch it in 2005 with all of them at the movie theater. Oh, that was your first horror movie? I remember like whenever I watched the beginning of that movie, like if you remember like Tom Cruise and his I believe it's his son, they're in the backyard tossing the baseball. They're playing catch in the backyard. And like there's a storm that rolls in, and then like there starts to be like really intense lightning all over the place, and then they have to like basically like run into the house. Like that lightning storm in that movie creeps me out. Yeah, War of the World was peak, but that lightning storm at the beginning of War of the Worlds was creepy, dude. That was super creepy, especially the noise that lightning made. Like if lightning made like that kind of sound in real life, that would scare the shit out of me. Yeah, yeah. Like honestly, guys, like I'm actually kind of scared when it comes to like thunderstorms that come through like in the middle of the night and like it just lights up your house. Um, and I'll tell you why. I haven't had these nightmares in a while, but I used to have these dreams like at least 5 or 6 times. And these dreams were like really, really real and intense. And I would be dreaming about like this really severe lightning storm, and it was always at nighttime, right? These dreams about severe thunderstorms, it would always take place at nighttime, and the dreams would always end the same way. I would get hit by lightning, and then I would wake up, and I would be really scared, and my body would be shaking, and I'd wake up in like night sweats from being so scared from like these dreams, and they were so real. And then I was like Googling like what would cause someone to keep having the same reoccurring dream that they get hit by lightning in their dream and then they wake up shaking. Yeah, dude. So like whenever I get like a thunderstorm in the middle of the night, it scares the shit out of me, dude, because I remember back to those very vivid like nightmares I used to have about thunderstorms at night. Yeah, dude, I don't mind thunderstorms during the day, but I hate them at night. Um, I think it was in June of this year. I don't remember what day in June, but like we had a thunderstorm roll through here at like 2 a.m. in the morning. And the thing that woke me up was like a crack of thunder, dude, and it was so loud. And then come to find out, like the lightning struck something the next street over from me. Dude, it was the loudest crack of thunder I've ever heard in my life. I had a dream where I would randomly get teleported way up in the air and then fall to my death. Yeah, dude, like dreams like that suck so bad. But like what made mine so bad is like it can happen in real life. Like people in real life get hit by lightning all the time. So like that's what makes my those dreams like so scary. It's not like I have this anxiety and I'm worried about something that will never happen. Like people literally get hit by lightning all the time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like I really hate when we get thunderstorms at nighttime. I hate it. And then like another thing too, like I'm always worried about like getting a lightning strike close to the house and then getting a power surge. So like if I wake up and there's a thunderstorm, like I go in my living room, I unplug the whole like the TV, my Xbox, all that shit. Because I don't want to like lose all my expensive technology because of a power surge. It sucks. It's just very inconvenient when they roll through at that time of the night. People usually survive lightning strikes. Yeah, bro, but I wouldn't want to find out because some people die too. Like, yeah, a lot of people survive, but some people also die also. I think it also depends on like the strength of that specific lightning bolt and also like the health of the person. If somebody has a weak heart, they're obviously going to have less of a chance of surviving something like a lightning bolt. But if it's like a younger person with a strong body and a strong heart, there's a higher probability that they survive a lightning strike. Yeah, like even my air conditioner, like I'll shut that off. I'll shut off everything in my living room, and then like I literally gotta like stay awake until the storm passes before I can turn everything back down. And if it's a night where it's like really really hot, it's super annoying because once I shut my AC off, it starts getting hot up here. And then I get up at like 4:50 a.m. in the morning for work. So like, dude, if something comes through at 2 a.m. in the morning, it just messes up my whole night of sleep. I heard that if you feel tingles, don't lift your feet, wiggle away. Yeah, dude. Um, I think the scariest place to be during a thunderstorm would be like on a boat in the water. Um, that actually like almost happened one time. I was out on a lake on a boat, and like literally you could see a storm starting to roll in, and like we decided to not even mess with it, so we brought the boat in right away, got it on the trailer, pulled the boat out of the water, and just as soon as we did that, the storm intensified and there was a bunch of lightning. So it's a good thing like we didn't wait to pull the boat in. Yeah, dude. Like I'm afraid of thunderstorms. I can't imagine living in Kansas where like you have to worry about tornadoes. I do not like big waves. Bro, that's another thing is like open ocean to me is terrifying. Like if I was on a boat and I was far enough out in the ocean where all around me was nothing but water and I couldn't see land, I would be terrified. If you wanna see some like really crazy YouTube videos, go on YouTube and search cargo ship going through Drake's Passage and look at the size of those waves. So like Drake's Passage is like where the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean meet. But there's a lot of trade winds there, and the seas can be really, really rough in Drake's Passage. I only had once that I can say really terrible dream. I dreamed I was swimming in a deep body of water, then something like roots wrapped themselves around my feet and dragged me under. That's what I'm saying. Like those sorts of dreams where like you literally think you're gonna die and then you wake up and you're all like terrified. Like it's the worst. True. Open ocean feels like looking into space, but more terrifying. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Did you see that story about like these? I think it was like 4 or 5 women. They were on like this. I don't know what it was. It looked like it was like a really long like canoe or kayak, and they literally paddled across the Atlantic Ocean together. I think it took them like 35 or 40 days. It's wild. Dreams are crazy, dude. I wonder how many animals deal with it. I have no idea. Yes, Paisley, I remember you. You were in the stream earlier. Uh, my favorite mammal in the ocean is orcas, killer whales. They're just so freaking awesome. And they're super intelligent. They're the apex predator of the ocean. And it's very, very rare that a killer whale attacks a human. I think the only instances where a killer whale has attacked a human is when they're in captivity, like a Sea World. But in their natural habitat, they just don't attack humans. Yeah, I love killer whales. They're awesome. How is your phone cracked because of a pizza roll? Were you trying to carry a plate of pizza rolls and your phone in the other hand and you dropped your phone? Yeah, I like orcas and dolphins the most. But I don't think anything hunts killer whales. They're the apex predator of the ocean. What time is it? Yeah, dolphins are smart. They have like an aura about them too. They're so cool. And then sharks are just dumbasses. I don't know how else to put it. Great whites are just dumb. They are. Killer whales hunt great whites like nothing. Scientists actually think that dolphins have a complete language like ours. You know what I was thinking today about dolphins? As artificial intelligence advances, I wonder if we'll be able to use AI to translate dolphin language so that we can understand it. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? And then, like, as far as animals go, like, the two animals that literally scare the shit out of me is, I don't know if you've ever heard of the sloth bear. Um, the sloth bear is found in India and also parts of Asia. Like, if you just go on YouTube and you watch like videos of like sloth bears, they're not the biggest bear by any means, but they are absolutely vicious and aggressive. And then yeah, but sloth bears compared to like a grizzly bear, like they're not as big as a grizzly bear, but they're super aggressive, super aggressive, and believe it or not, chimpanzees scare the shit out of me. Like some of the stories I've read about them. Because the thing about chimpanzees is they have like this jealous nature to them, and I'm thinking about short-faced bear. So there was a woman that lived in Connecticut, and she had took in this chimpanzee when it was really young, and she took it into her house as a pet. And as this chimpanzee got older, um, it started to become more aggressive. And that should have been a red flag. That should have been a warning sign that she should probably get rid of this chimpanzee because it's not safe to have in the house. So she ended up like putting this chimpanzee on like some kind of anxiety medication. And what happened was one day a friend had come over the house to visit her. The chimpanzee went batshit crazy, got out of the house, attacked her friend, and like literally like bit her face off completely, bit her fingers off. Because that's the thing about chimpanzees, like when they attack a human being, they attack the most vulnerable parts of your body. And so that's why, like, if you ever read about like chimpanzee attacks, they're vicious attacks. It's actually disturbing. So like chimpanzees scare the shit out of me. One of us could be chimp writing to you in chat, and you will never know. Seriously though, guys, like chimpanzee attacks are nasty. Hey Ron, watch Primate. It's a horror movie about a chimpanzee with rabies. It goes nuts and hunts everyone in the house. Very good gore. Oh shit. Oh my, a chimp with rabies. That would be even scarier. Isn't rabies such a weird disease? Like, I consider rabies like a zombie disease. Because like rabies will like literally take an animal that will avoid humans and like make it want to approach humans and attack them. I caught a shark last week. Oh really? What kind of a shark? Rabies is terrifying. So like the thing about rabies is like once you start displaying symptoms of rabies, it's too late. There's nothing they can do for you. It's just a very slow, horrible death, and you actually get to the point to where you can't swallow any fluids, and you become severely dehydrated. So like towards the end of it, like you can't eat, you can't drink. It's a horrible death. So if you get bit by a wild animal, it's like the safe thing to do is just get the rabies shots like right away. Don't wait. Yup. Yep, so if you get bit by a wild animal, go get the rabies shots. Oh, really? Yeah, it's hard to detect till it's way too late. Yeah. Yup. Like, I don't know if you guys were in the live stream when I talked about how I almost got bit by a dog. But yeah, I was walking around my block and like literally this random dog came running out of the woods, and it was barking at me, and it would like growl at me, and it was showing me its teeth, and it kept lunging for my shins, and I had to keep moving out of the way. And like I got this sense like this dog was literally trying to bite me. And like honestly, like it felt like in that moment like time stood still, because I was in this like state of fear. I thought this dog was gonna bite me, and I was trying to figure out like what to do. I'm like, I don't want to run away from this dog because then it might run after me and actually bite me. So I don't want to like submit to it. I need to show dominance over this dog. So I found like a big branch on the side of the road, and I held it up over my head to make myself look bigger, and I started screaming at this dog, and it finally ran over to the other side of the street. And at that very moment, this woman comes running out of the house, and she goes, "Oh, sorry about that. That's my dog. My dog doesn't bite." Like, F you, your dog doesn't bite. Maybe your dog doesn't bite you, but it definitely seems like it would bite a stranger. Like, she was trying to minimize the experience I had with it. But, like, the point I'm trying to make is, like, if that dog had bit me, like, I probably would have just got rabies shots, because I'm not going to trust that owner, honestly. Fun fact, only 30 people have survived all rabies cases. Jeez. Zoe's back. Back again. Zoe's back. Was the dog named Princess? You know what the weird thing is this dog looked like a golden retriever, which was quite confusing, because usually golden retrievers are friendly. Hey, handsome. Oh, thank you, Diamond. Yeah, like literally, like first time in my life, I thought I might get bit by a dog. It was pretty scary. This went on for about, I don't know, 30 seconds, but it felt like 30 minutes. Ah, funny. Well, I just hate, like, I hate bad dog owners. Like, that woman, like, really pissed me off. Like, why isn't your dog leashed up? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I went down the loophole of his videos. Are you talking about my my YouTube shorts? Watch Chris versus Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, Zoe, I've been making videos for about 3 years. I've been at it for a while. But YouTube's been doing like this weird shit where like I'll gain 50 subs and then I'll lose 50 subs. I'll gain 40 subs and then I'll lose 40 subs. I don't know, it's been doing that a lot lately. It's actually quite annoying. I don't know what the deal with that is. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get going pretty soon, unfortunately. Talking about vicious animal, have you met an Eastern brown? Those bastards are really aggressive and can make our houses their rant-free content. Damn. Are you talking about like an Eastern brown bear? Welcome back, welcome back. Oh my god. Short-faced bears are truly terrifying. Let me Google that, hang on. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. So those bears, like, inhabited the Earth, like, 12,800 years ago. Dude. No, it's like nearly double the size of a grizzly bear. That's crazy. Snakes, common problem here in Australia. Dude, Australia wildlife's kind of scary, honestly. You guys got sharks, alligators, deadly snakes, deadly spiders, scorpions. Jesus. What a weird name that is. I'll search it. Have you seen have you ever seen the Vietnamese centipede? Those are freaking scary. You see the fangs on those? Isn't it crazy that cancer? I did not know that cancer was found in dinosaur bones, huh? Jesus. Damn. Hey, hey. All right, guys, I got to get going, unfortunately. I've enjoyed talking to most of you. Thanks for spending your time in my live stream. It's been a blast talking about GTA 6, talking about animals. We've covered multiple topics. It's been fun. I'll probably do my next live stream Monday, there's the possibility that I'll do a live stream this weekend, but if I don't, probably Monday. I hope to see some of you in there. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and peace out, everyone.